What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman of GBP Daily, and welcome to Rob's Table Talk. A big thank you to everybody who has joined me this far for the show. I appreciate you tuning in, and I see all the comments, all the DMs. So shout out to you guys. You guys are what makes the show. Just love chatting Packers with you guys. Roster cut down was yesterday. Some more moves were made today and throughout the season. You heard it from Rodgers in his presser this afternoon. Practice squad and the 53-man roster is ever changing. So, as you know, this is not the final 53. Guys will get called up, including Patrick Taylor and/or Tyler Goodson for game day for that running back 3 spot. Maybe a favorite of yours did not make the squad as far as a 53, like Juwan Winfrey. There's always hope for those guys to get called up and make some plays in the regular season. So we shall see as the next week or so rolls on who will get called up for week 1. We are 11 days away from game day, people. Statuses for D-Bach and Elton still unknown for week 1, which stinks, but kind of comes as expected. My guesses or predictions, they don't mean a thing, but I would bet that we see Elton out there. Probably not D-Bach. Who knows, though? We'll just have to wait and see, though. You'd love to have both those guys out there, but yeah, tough to say. You're going to be going up against Za'Darius, up against Daniil Hunter. Some studs over there, regardless of how we feel about Za'Darius. That's just, it is what it is. So, all right, the chat is firing off. The main reason why I'm here to talk some Packers with you guys. King AJ is back. Let's go, King AJ. Thank you for hopping on. Thoughts on the 40-minute game-like practice? I loved it. Aaron Rodgers loved it. He took a little shot at those who were talking about starters not playing in the preseason, how we're going to lose week 1 and all this jazz that everybody's talking about. He said today's practice, the 40-minute game-type practice was a lot better work than a preseason game, which is nice. You love to hear that. He said it's the first time he's ever done it as a Packer. He said he'd like to do it more. So I love it. Maybe one more of those before week 1 and be ready to roll. No 35-3 shutout or close to shutout. Like last year against the Saints. It's Aaron, bro. Why do you got to go live while I'm putting the kids to bed? Aaron, I feel you, brother. I just put my 1-year-old to bed. And the reason I'm going late tonight, a lot of stuff went down today as far as roster moves. And so I wanted to kind of, let things roll in and chat with you guys about that. Similar to yesterday, all the cuts happening. I didn't want to go live in the middle of the day and miss out on some things to talk about with you guys. But I feel your pain. You said kids, so you have multiple. I only have one, and she is 14 months old. And yeah, just gave her a bottle, just put her down, and she's out like a light because she knows what time it is. It's time to talk some Packers. Nadi, go Pack Go from Brazil. I appreciate you tuning in. Go Pack Go. Love it. Nathan, let's go. I'm back. Love this channel. Nathan, I appreciate those kind words. I really do. Like I said, you guys are what makes the show. I love talking Packers. So this is as much as it is for you guys. It is the same for me. I love talking Packers. My wife will listen to me all day long. No complaints. She'll chat back and forth with me. She's as up to date as anyone I know because we're always talking about it. But I figured, get to know the audience a little bit better. That follows my pages and get a little more personal connection going. I figured why not? Thanks, Nathan, for the kind words. I really appreciate that. Ian, what's happening, my guy? Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Jay, thoughts on D-Bach and Elton for week 1? I kind of went over it a little bit ago. You might have just hopped on. I'd be surprised, honestly, if either of them are going to go. Elton, he just tore it in Minnesota last year in week. Gosh, what week was that even in? It was in November, I believe. But yeah, it's a quick turnaround, and for D-Bach, yeah, you know the story behind that. But if I were to bet, hopefully we see Elton out there at least. D-Bach, he's got to week 4, so we shall see. Brett over on Facebook, I love it. Etling should be the starter in the famous every other letter is capitalized shot. I love it. Yeah, I always thought that was interesting. Everybody was calling for Etling. And I was never, I looked at those comments, tweets, posts, whatever, and I was just like, do you watch football? Like, I don't get it. He's going against guys that are never going to play in the NFL. He did great, but he's been on like 9 teams in his 5-year career. Nobody claimed him on the waivers today. He's back on the practice squad. That's where he should be. And he's a great quarterback 3 for us. And I wish him nothing but success in his future in the NFL. But get real. There was no way he was even competing for the quarterback 2 spot. It just wasn't going to happen. Thanks, Brett. I love that. Oh, William, come on, man. Lighten up. I will never be a Rodgers fan again after all this BS. Lighten up. We like him for football. If you like him because of his personal whatever, what he does in his personal time, then whatever. I like him because he's a great quarterback for our team. What he does in his personal life, I don't really care. So that's on you, though. If that's the way you want to go about things, hey, I'm not here telling you what to do. King AJ, I'd rather take a chance without Jenkins and Bach rather than risk them week 1. Yeah, maybe that's the way the Packers are going to roll. You definitely don't want to get those guys back in there too early and get hurt again. But at the same time, if they're ready to roll and it's a division game right out the gate, their D line's great, good. Those edge rushers, Zadarius, Daniil, those guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with. So if we don't have them, it's going to be tough sledding. Brody over on Facebook. Big rivalry game, week 1 in Minnesota. It's going to be a battle. Cannot wait. You are 100% correct. It is going to be a battle. Regardless of how good either teams are, it always is a good game. We've blown them out in certain games here or there, but it's a rivalry game. Week 1, anything can happen. Yeah, it'll be a battle. That's for sure. Tyler Frakes, yes. Yes, I am. Enterprise, you ever hear about waivers? Some are down in Houston, got signed in Cincinnati, and is Enterprise, I'm sorry, man. I can't quite comprehend your comment. Sorry about that. If you want to throw it in again, I'll give another shot. Davey, I'm hyped on Watson. What you think? I'm hyped too, buddy. Think he'll get a lot of touches, whether that's in the passing game, maybe out of the backfield, do a little jet sweep action, get the ball in his hands, and see what he can do. Enterprise love from Green Bay. Hey, go Pack, go, baby. Thanks for hopping on the chat. Appreciate it. What is happening? Mac, are you concerned about the rough start for Wyatt? Talking about Devontae Wyatt, the first rounder out of Georgia. I'm not concerned. Coach said it last week. He basically said, that's one of the tougher positions to get acclimated as far as the NFL. D tackle, tight end. It's a tough sledding for those guys early on. Give him some time. I know he's a little bit older. I think he's only like a year or 2 younger than Kenny Clark, which is nuts. But just goes to show how young Kenny Clark is and how good he is already. So my uncle up in here throwing in some fire. If Etling is that good, why did 31 other teams pass on him during the waiver period? 31 teams didn't think he was worth it. So why do all Packer fans think he is? Well, you know, Uncle, we have this weird obsession with like quarterback threes. Like Kurt Benkert, great guy last year, absorbed the Green Bay way very well, very active in the community. I think that that kind of hooked Packer fans on him and might have shed a little bit of shade over their eyes as far as his play, which is why he got cut and released. When he did get released so early on, it was because apparently they wanted to give him a shot at making another team, and he's not on another team at this time. So, yeah, Packer fans like to obsess over who is behind Jordan Love because they don't like Jordan Love. Some of them do. This isn't everybody. It's just those few that make posts that try to be loud, try to be different. But yeah, he's back in the practice squad. Good quarterback three. Hopefully, we will never have to call him up because if we do, that means Rodgers and or Love are having issues injury wise. Hopefully, we will not see him this season. Thank you for the comment, Uncle. Hope the fam's doing well. Twig Supreme. Our defense is what we need. If they can stop the run, we can get past. We can get past Debo. Yes, I completely agree. If I'm catching your comment correctly. Correa, cheeseheads from Brazil. Brazil is representing in the chat. We've got like 4 people from Brazil, which is crazy. Tyler, what is happening, buddy? Thanks for hopping on. Sam, who else are you talking to? I'm talking with you guys. That's it. I got a few cameras. I got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So if you're wondering why I'm kind of hopping around, that is why. So, Sam, just me, buddy. Just me. Twigs, I love Love. Good. Me too. I think he's doing the most he can with the situation. So, Will over on Facebook. It's make it or break it this season. Yeah, I think it's make it or break it every year. Super Bowl or bust. That's the Green Bay way. Come on. We don't hang banners for division titles like the Vikings do. We don't celebrate when we win the North like it's a Super Bowl like the Bears or the Vikings do. The Lions have won it 3 times. Same amount of times as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe, since the NFC Central. Good grief. Yeah, make it or break it. A little heads up for you, Will. I think we're going to make it this year. Larry McCarron said it himself a couple days ago at practice last week. This is the year. So I say it every year, but it don't matter. Johnny Boy, Cheesehead from South Carolina. Well, thanks for hopping on the chat, man. I appreciate it. Lots. What happened with 88? Aaron says he likes a wide receiver and cut again. Well, he's been on the squad for 3 years. He's played well in preseason, played well in training camp. Last year he was hurt. I just think there were 7 guys that were better than him, unfortunately. If you listen to Rodgers' presser today after practice, he said, you got to be good on special teams. I don't think he was necessarily a special teams ace. If you're that wide receiver 5, 6, or 7, you got to be. So, but he also said, hey, he'll probably get called up on week 1 and be wide receiver 8. And you never know. You can get a shot, make the most of it, and maybe stick on the roster. So we'll see, though. He did get Kumaroed. Rodgers goes out of his way to say what's up and appreciate him and say how well he's doing, and then he gets released. But I think it was the right decision. Davey with the correct chat here. If Rodgers is healthy, we always have a shot. You are correct, sir. One of, if not the best quarterback ever, the best thrower of the football ever. If he's on our team, doesn't matter who's on defense, who's on offense. We're going to have a chance. I mean, you saw it in that Cardinals game. Jared Abbrederis, James Jones. Nobody's out there. Jeff Janis in Arizona. Should have went for 2, though. After the Hail Mary to Jeff Janis, should have went for 2. Gerard, what's happening? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for hopping on the chat. I am live every single day, Monday through Friday, usually in the mornings. around 10. That's kind of when I like to hop on. But with the things going on yesterday, the roster cuts, today with guys being signed for the practice squad, I feel like I want to let things churn, let them happen, and then hop on with you guys tonight, say what's up. So 100 over on Instagram. Let's hope and pray that our defense helps us out. Yeah, I think they will this year more than they have in the last decade. So although they helped us out pretty dang good in the playoff game last year against the Niners, and then put up 10 points. It's rough. So, but that is not going to happen again. You got to speak it into existence. Montgomery kid, what's happening over on Instagram? Thank you again for joining. How you feel about Wyatt? Talked about it earlier. I think that position takes time to acclimate in the NFL. Give him a little bit. He's got a lot of guys playing ahead of him. He was with the twos for the most part in training camp, so not a lot of tweets about him, not a lot of posts. But you got Jaron Reed, you got Kenny Clark, you got Dean Lowry, you got TJ Slayton. That's a deep, deep group on the inside of the D line. So give him some time. He'll pan out, hopefully. A good question to end on because this is an easy one. How's Quay been looking? Fast. He's massive. I was up training camp a couple times this month, and he is huge. Tall, fast. What more can you ask for next to Devondre? So I love it. Quay, I'm expecting big things from him this season. That was a rookie that I'm most excited to watch. Somebody was asking me that the other day. Said, which rookie are you excited to watch? And, usually, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson come to mind. But Quay Walker is the one that I'm most excited to watch. Okay, folks. I am going to call it a night for Rob's Table Talk. Another great chat in the books. I'll be going live every single day, Monday through Friday, like I said earlier, just to chat it up with you guys. So if it's something you enjoy doing as well, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter, whether it's my personal at Rob Westerman3 or at GBP Daily. Shoot me a message. Shoot me a tweet, just like Dylan, hopping in right at the end. I love you. I love you too, buddy. I'm always down to chat Packers anytime, any day. One last question here, sneaking in right at the end. Ev, did Randall Cobb push off in the playoffs versus the Giants? I assume you are referencing the Hail Mary. And no, he did not. That's a little tongue-in-cheek answer there for you. Thanks again for joining, everybody. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you.